Hey, good evening. Beautiful evening. I'm Derwood Parkinson, your moderator. If anybody has a hard time hearing me, which is unlikely, but let me know, okay? So just some housekeeping items here. We're going to be following the main moderator's manual, which is basically the parliamentary rules that governs town meetings. Very straightforward, something we've done every year, no change. Another housekeeping thing is to ask you when you want to speak to come down to the microphone and identify yourself, and limit your comments to 3 or 4 minutes. And if you want to speak again, I'll allow everybody else to speak before you get a second chance. I'm just coming off that school board budget meeting, so a little it needed a little crowd control. I'm not sure it's going to be the same thing here tonight. Another housekeeping item, and this is something that happens every year, is I'm looking for a motion from someone to allow non-resident department heads and the town manager to speak. It's a technicality that if you're not a resident, you're not supposed to speak at the town meeting without approval of the town meetings. Does somebody want to make that motion or just say so? Perfect. Is there a moved in second? All in favor of that motion? Raise. Okay. All opposed? Couple opposed. So that motion fails. Passes. Oh man, I'm got the trouble start here. Okay. So as you know, and we're starting on Article 2 here, and these are the longer worded ones, and we'll get on to the money items here shortly. So Article 2, to see if the town will approve the following: to authorize the town treasurer, with the advice and approval of the municipal officers on behalf of the town, to sell and dispose of real estate acquired by the town for non-payment of taxes thereon, and to execute quitclaim deeds on such terms as they deem advisable, and to authorize the treasurer to discharge unmatured liens on payment of taxes, interest, and costs. You all have these in front of you. There's A, B, C, and D. B is to authorize the treasurer with the advice and approval of the municipal officer to waive foreclosure of any tax lien mortgages. C is to make all real and personal property taxes due and payable upon the presentment of the bills, and to charge 8.5% per annum on the first active unpaid after September 10th. D, to see if the interest rate for the town on abated taxes will be 8.5% for the fiscal year 2025. And E is to see the town will vote to authorize the tax collector to enter into a standard agreement with taxpayers, establishing a tax club payment plan for commercial and/or residential real estate properties. So you can see all those. Is there a motion to approve Article 2?
So moved.
Second. Moves in second. In discussion on Article 2? No, sir. Come forward, say your name, and ask your question or make a comment.
Stephen Saunders.
My name's Dan Saunders. And
Yeah, I don't know about Mike.
hello, my name's Dan Saunders.
Yeah, correct. Thank you for stooping.
And I just have a question on this and the controls around it, where later on we're going to vote on transferring fire apparatus to the companies, but we're talking here about being able to sell properties that we have foreclosed on for monies much more than a truck. And why is there a difference between the two?
Because, I'm going to turn that to the town manager. What are the controls? What's the...
So in terms of tax acquired property, if the town purchases property, so like the village parcel, for example, or the parcel next to Parsons Field, those always have to go through a town meeting vote. Tax acquired property in the past was able to be discharged by the selectmen. Now there is a new state law that requires all tax acquired property to get notice to the previous owner, go through, you give them a 90-day notice, then go through a real estate broker, and then all proceeds are returned back to the property owner minus any costs. So even if we tax acquired a property now and wanted to keep it for town purposes, We would still have to go through an appraisal, determine that value, raise the funds, and pay the previous owner. So this article now is just dealing with, the discharge of liens. So when we put a tax lien on people's property, and then when they pay it off, we can discharge it. And secondly, if it goes to foreclosure and the previous property owner has the money now to pay it off with interest, then we can quitclaim it back to the previous property owner. And that's the only authority we have with this article.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Further comments or questions on Article 2?
So, Lori, just a clarification. I don't know if we had this level at we talked about this at the board meeting. So this is pure lien then? We, as in the past, the board was able to then dispose of property without a town vote. The board no longer can dispose of property because it still says that in...
Going forward, any tax acquired property has to go through this other process.
So then it would have to go to the town vote?
So, no, it wouldn't go to the town vote because you have to sell it back to the previous owner. So if the town was able to, let's pretend we couldn't find the previous owner. And in that case, we would go through a process. We have to do that for so many months, publish notice in the paper, look for the owner. If you can't find the owner, then you would go through a bid process, and then those funds get turned over to the state of Maine in the unclaimed property, and then it's their job to look for that owner. So in going forward, the only way the town could keep a property is if the town voted to raise the money to purchase it from the previous owner.
Okay. Yep.
Anything else on Article 2? Saying none, all in favor of Article 2 signify by raising your blue cards. Thank you. All opposed to Article 2? Article 2 passes. Okay. Moving right along. Article 3, to see if the town will vote to approve the following. To authorize the selectmen to pay tax abatements and applicable interest granted during the fiscal year 24-25 for overlay. And there's an explanation. B, to authorize the selectmen to apply for, accept, and expend from the following categories of funds provided by the state of Maine. And there's a whole listing of those: municipal revenue sharing, education, block grants, et cetera, et cetera. C, to authorize the selectmen to carry forward unencumbered surplus fund balances on June 30th, 2025 for the purposes originally appropriated, and to appropriate such fund balances for such purposes to the extent the selectmen deem advisable. Such determination is to be made at a properly noticed meeting of the selectmen. So is there a motion to approve Article 3?
So moved. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve Article 3. Discussion, questions, comments on Article 3? Seeing none, all in favor of Article 3 signify by raising your blue cards. Thank you very much. All opposed? Okay, Article 3 passes. Article 4, to see if the town will vote to approve the following. To authorize the tax collector or treasurer to accept prepayments of taxes not yet committed pursuant to 36 MRSA 506. B, to authorize the selectmen to accept easement deeds on behalf of the town, granting the town the right to plant and maintain certain trees on private property located within the town. And C, to authorize the selectmen to accept unconditional and conditional gifts of money or property on behalf of the town, other than gifts of sewer extensions subject to ratification by the town at an annual or special town meeting held within 1 year of the selectmen's acceptance, except that such ratification shall not be required for a donation of money to the town to supplement a specific appropriation already made to reduce the tax assessment or to reduce permanent debt. That's a mouthful. Is there a motion to approve Article 4?
So moved. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve Article 4. Questions, comments, concerns about Article 4? Seeing none, I'm going to ask for all in favor of Article 4. Thank you very much. All opposed to Article 4. Okay, thank you very much. Article 5 passes. So now we're moving on to the money items, articles. Article 5, to see what sum the town will vote to raise and appropriate for general government program expenses. And the amount requested is $2,444,608. Is there a motion to approve Article 5?
She shall. Yep. Mr. Moderator,
Hold on, I just want to see if there's a motion to approve it. Okay, you're gonna make a motion? Okay.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to raise and appropriate $2,444,608 for general government program expenses.
Second.
Perfect. I didn't know what was happening there for a second. Okay, so motion has been made and seconded to approve Article 5 at the amount stated. So is there comments, questions, concerns about Article 5? Now will be the time to come forward. Should I don't be bashful? Okay, seeing none, all in favor of Article 5 signify by raising your blue cards. Thank you very much. All opposed? Article 5 passes. Oh, you're going to help me out again. I get it. Yeah, this is very much more efficient than some of your neighboring towns. Article 6, to see what sum the town will vote to raise and appropriate for public safety program expenses. The amount requested is $3,508,414. Is there a motion?
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to raise and appropriate $3,508,414 for public safety program expenses. Second.
Perfect. Is there any questions or comments or concerns about Article 6? Anybody? Anywhere? Okay. All in favor of Article 6? Thank you. All opposed? Article 6 also passes. Article 7, to see what sum the town will vote to raise and appropriate for health and welfare program expenses. The amount requested is $1,021,536.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $1,021,536 for health and welfare program expenses. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve Article 7 as written. Any discussion about Article 7? Anybody? Jay, making it too easy on me. All in favor of Article 7? Okay, thank you. All opposed? Article 7 passes. Article 8, to see what sum the town will vote to raise and appropriate for the Public Works program expenses. Now requested is $1,560,176. Is there a motion?
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $1,560,176 for Public Works program expenses. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve Article 8. Discussion on Article 8. Anybody?
Nice.
Cut anybody off here? All in favor of Article 8? Thank you. All opposed? Article 8 passes. Article 9, to see what sum the town will vote to raise and appropriate for recreation, culture, and contingency and miscellaneous program expenses. The amount requested is $1,088,176. Is there a motion?
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $1,088,176 for recreation, culture, contingency, and miscellaneous program expenses. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve Article 9. Discussion on Article 9. Sure, anybody? Got it. All in favor of Article 9? Thank you. All opposed? Article 9 passes. Article 10, to see what sum the town will vote to raise and appropriate for capital expense and reserve account and debt service programs. The amount requested is $3,774,845.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $3,774,845 for capital expense and reserve account and debt service payments. Second.
Motions is made and seconded to approve Article 10. Discussion on Article 10? I saw somebody scratching. But okay. All in favor of Article 10? Thank you. All opposed? Article 10 passes. Article 11, to see the town vote to appropriate $3,173,950 from estimated non-property tax revenues, $200,000 from undesignated fund balance, and $600,000 from capital projects reserve account to reduce the property tax commitment. Is there a motion to approve Article 11?
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to appropriate the sum of $4,173,950 from estimated non-property tax revenues, $200,000 from undesignated fund balance, and $600,000 from capital projects reserve account to reduce the property tax commitment.
Is there a seconder? Thank you. Discussion on Article 11. Everybody's so tame and well-behaved here. Amazing. All in favor of Article 11? Thank you. All opposed? Article 11 passes. Now we're back to the ones with the words. I'll try to be like, the end of all those drug ads where I give all the, disclaimers. I'll try to speak quickly. To see if the town will vote to authorize transfer of the 1980 GMC four-wheel drive truck VIN. I'll skip that. Company known as the Kennebunkport Brush 35. So from the town of Kennebunkport Fire Department to the Goose Rock Beach Fire Department, with the conditions that if the Goose Rock Beach Fire Department sells the said Brush 35, all net proceeds of the sale will be used towards the purchase of firefighting or rescue equipment approved by the fire chief and to be owned by the town. So motion to approve Article 12?
So moved. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve Article 12. Discussion, comments, concerns about Article 12?
Decide.
All in favor of Article 12? Thank you very much. But I could be getting back on my Guinness Book of World Record pacing here. Article 13. Article 12 passes, of course. Article 13, to see if the town will vote to authorize the transfer of a 1984 GMC four-wheel drive utility truck. We'll skip the VIN number, commonly known as the Kennebunkport Brush 15, from the town of Kennebunkport Fire Department to the Port Village Fire Company, with the condition that if the Port Village Fire Company sells said Brush 15, all net proceeds from the sale will be used towards the purchase of firefighting or rescue equipment approved by the fire chief and to be owned by the town. Is there a motion to approve Article 13?
So moved. Second.
Okay, any discussion on Article 13? All right, all in favor of Article 13? Thank you. All opposed? Any opposed? Article 13 passes. And last but not least, to see if the town will authorize the transfer of the 1998 HME Smeal ladder truck, commonly known as the Kennebunkport Ladder 34, from the Kennebunkport Fire Department to the Goose Rock Beach Fire Company, with a condition that if the Goose Rock Beach Fire Company sells the said Ladder 34, all net proceeds from the sale will be used towards the purchase of firefighting or rescue equipment approved by the fire chief and to be owned by the town. Is there a motion to approve Article 14?
So moved. Second.
Discussion on Article 14. All in favor of Article 14? Thank you. Any opposed? Article 14 passes. Before I entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting, there's a special award that's going to be made. Recognition. Mike Weston, do you want to come up?
If I can get up. Just like that. Cheers. Sure. All right. I got it.
Any help?
I think that's him. Just stroke. Thanks to you. Then get it back. So every year we give the Spirit of America Award.
Make sure you're talking right in the mic.
Can't hear me?
I can now.
Okay. The Spirit of America Award is presented to local individuals, organizations, and projects for commendable community service. It celebrates the spirit of giving back to our communities through volunteerism. Russ Grady is an excellent example of this spirit. I would like to have him come up. We are honored to recognize Russ for his exceptional contributions to our community. Since settling in Kennebunkport in 1997, Russ, alongside with his wife Julie and his boys and their boys, has demonstrated a constant dedication to community service. His journey began with the fire department, where his natural skills in dealing with a crisis made an immediate impact. Balancing the demands of parenthood, Russ devoted himself to coaching Little League, nurturing the next generation of our town. His commitment extended beyond sports or battling fires, as he also served on the town's planning board. Growing up in Massachusetts, Russ was taught the importance of helping others, caring for nature, a lesson he embodies through his ongoing involvement with the Kennebunkport Conservation Trust and numerous other initiatives. Russ's tireless efforts and selfless service continue to enrich our community, making Kennebunkport a better place for all. We are proud to celebrate his remarkable achievements and contributions. The Kennebunkport Select Board would like to recognize Russell Grady, and we all call him Russ, with the 2024 Spirit of America Award, signed this day of June 24th, 12th day of June 2024 by the Kennebunkport Select Board. Congratulations. Like that. You are clear a few words there? You all saying? This is good. It's in here. I'll just sign.
Can we just get a picture of you with the award?
Sure.
And Mike standing next to you, smiling at him.
I'm so sure you're perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, bud. I don't want to beg you.
So thanks for everybody for showing up and being good citizens. Welcome a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I think.
Second, all in favor? Adjourning? Anybody opposed? All right, motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Go Celtics.
Well, good.